As climate change and personal health have become hot topics in the media, many Americans have started switching to vegan and vegetarian diets.
The evidence regarding vegetarianism is really overwhelming, and it shows that plant-based diets are probably one of the best things that we can do for our bodies. They help to lower your body weight. They might reduce the risk of some cancers. Plant-based diets can also be great for lowering the risk of heart disease and even helping people live a little longer.
And sales of meat alternatives topped $800 million. These sales now make up about 2% of all packaged meat sales. Some investors expect the purchase price of these foods to increase as the industry takes off, driving up sales even higher.
Right now, animal agriculture is responsible for 51% of all greenhouse gas emissions.
To see what role small businesses play in this new trend, I sat down with Rupa Naik, owner of Cake Korner, a vegetarian bakery in Artesia, California. So I was wondering how you felt about the resurgence of organic foods and more of a healthy lifestyle in the American consumer base. Now a lot of people are trying to stay away from dairy and meat and eggs. There's a really rising popularity in veganism and vegetarianism. So I was wondering if you saw kind of that impact in your business, if you saw more and more people coming in because they decided to change their diets for a healthier lifestyle, and if your products helped them.
Yes, definitely it helped them. And yes, by looking at them, somehow it helped all of us too, inside too. Because each day after starting vegetarian, and then after a few months, people are throwing a challenge to us.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, do you make some organic stuff? Hey, you make it without non-dairy stuff, It's like, first like, no. Sugar free, no. And then I says, no, I don't like to say no.
Yeah.
I want to say yes.
Of course.
I do. So then we start experimenting all that stuff, and then non-dairy, we got very successful.
Perfect.
Then now we did organic, very good. And then also it teaches us from somewhere too, like, we need to stay healthy.
Yes, of course.
Change our lifestyles.
Of course.
So I think my customer taught us that.
Oh, that's really
to stay
great.
healthy and change your lifestyle. Yes. And then we did a lot of sugar free, then a lot of vegan, and we are trying to work now on the new thing is gluten free.
It's really awesome that you're taking feedback from your customers and making your products more appealable to them, because at the end of the day, that's who needs to like your products.
Right, absolutely.
And so I know that your background is Indian, correct?
Yes.
And as Indians, we both come from a very collectivist culture, and kind of the Eastern mentality is to, is a lot more patriarchal. The women tend to have to get married, stay at home, take care of the kids. So
yes.
How did you, obviously you broke the mold, how did you find you're breaking that mold and owning your own business?
Actually, yes, you're right. We have that mentality. I had this dream since I was little. My father had a business, and I wanted to join him with his business, but like as you said, we can't. We have to get married, settle at the home, take care of the kids.
Right.
Since that, I was holding this dream, and finally, this country, United States, make me fulfill my dream.
Awesome. That's really great.
And I was working, and then I started no, I want to start my own business. And then one day it happened.
So could you tell me a little bit about your journey getting from, baking at home to opening your own successful bakery?
Yes, actually, you mentioned it, Indian woman stays home, so we're cooking all the time Indian curry food, these, that. But then when you get kids, they go to school, they have a different taste, different things, so you try to learn with those stuff. And as I said, we were vegetarian.
Yes.
We are vegetarian,
yes.
Actually. So we were trying to do, I was telling my kids, no, we don't eat with the egg stuff, we don't eat this. So then kids wants to eat some stuff, so then we started doing eggless stuff.
Oh, okay.
And from there, we were baking, and I was I want to do this.
That's
and
great.
I met one of the guy, and he had a good baking knowledge too. Him and I worked together for a while, and from there, we came up with so many vegetarian flavors, like such as the mango.
Oh,
Mango
yeah.
is very popular in India.
Right.
And like, if you see, they says the king of fruit is
Right.
mango.
Right.
And if you see mango, most of the Indian drools by that.
Right.
So they were like, okay, let's try something with the mango.
Right.
And then me and this guy I'm talking about, his name is Balaji, and we tried the mango.
Okay.
And got very successful with it.
Of course.
And then we started each other, like, Indian fruits, like some of the, like, chiku.
Yeah.
And sometimes we try to do it with pomegranates.
Right.
And we came up with one of the saffron, almond, and pistachio cake,
Wow.
which is like a truly Indian flavor.
Yes, of course. And since this location is in Artesia, which is also known as Little India in California, how have you been dealing with expansion?
Expansions, yes, we do deliver to like small businesses, like our smaller grocery store, Indian grocery store across San Diego to Fresno to Arizona. But we were trying to open our, like, production house from long. Soon, maybe in a couple of weeks, we are shifting there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we're gonna have our production house there.
Awesome.
And from there, I have this location, and then we might go to another multiple locations, because I wanted to have my production stronger before I open any other location,
Right, of course.
where I can have better service, better quality instead of the quantity.
Obviously, you have to deal with other small businesses to cater towards. Have you found that they have been more accepting of a female-owned business, or have you ever had any difficulties or troubles in that area?
Yes, that you always get. It does not matter if it's Indian, non-Indian, American, African,
Yeah.
Middle Eastern, any guy.
Yeah.
You definitely, you feel that you, like, they feel like it, like, oh, are you the owner? You have another guy, or you have
Yeah.
your husband there, or
course.
something, It's like, no, I am the one,
Right.
And sometimes it makes me happy when my husband says, like, he's talking to some vendor or something, and when he says, like, oh, my wife make decisions,
Right.
or she'll do final. And then the guy's like, no, you're the boss. Like, no, she's the boss.
Great. That's great.
So that also makes me very happy.
Yeah. I think that's awesome that your husband has also embraced the mentality of a female being
Yes.
a breadwinner. That's really, really great.
Actually, he has supported me a lot.
A lot of people think that they have to pursue exactly what they want to become in college as their major, and then they go straight to working in that area. So is that the case for you? Did you actually get a degree in cooking, or was it completely different?
No, it was completely different.
Oh,
I wanted to do business. Yes, I wanted to do business. And but the baking was completely different for me.
right. Okay.
I never went to a baking school.
Oh.
I never did any baking stuff. But any business I take it, I had these things. Any business I take it, I wanted to make that successful.
Right.
Then if that is in my hand, then there is no other choices than make that successful.
Right.
So this baking business has been good, but I have done other business, jewelry business in my head of period time too.
Oh, that's
for
awesome.
a longer time. But no, I'm very happy with this baking business. My husband was realtor, and this business was going down.
Oh. Okay.
And somebody had it, and he says, like, you can take it and you can turn it around. He's like, no, I don't want to do this. And he said, no, you can do it. I know that.
Okay.
And this can be something good.
right.
So then we took it over, and then totally from the closing business we turned around.
Awesome. That's really great.
Yeah.
So you actually didn't found this business. You were able to save it from failing.
Yeah, no, yes, saving. And another thing is the vegetarian stuff, all
Right.
that we're the one who has done it. Like,
Right.
they had some vegetarian cake, this, that, but it was not fully vegetarian.
Of course.
Not organic, not vegan. All that after we come, because I'm vegetarian and I'm fond of vegetarian things.
Have you been noticing something about your consumer base, like a returning consumer base? I know I've been coming here since I was little, and now I'm coming back, and I really enjoy the food here. But have you been seeing a lot of like little kids growing up coming back to you, or maybe just a lot of vegetarians recommending this place to other vegetarian friends and expanding your consumer base?
Yes, it's been a lot. I'm talking about, the business was going down, which is like, when I took it over, I was putting money from my pocket for 7-8 months.
Right.
And from there to now, today, I'm in a very good stage and trying to open my own production house, trying to ready for another location. So looks like it's a good achievement.
Of course.
And it happens because of all the customer like you guys.
Right.
Young crowd, and like you're in the kids, like the mother were pregnant with them.
Oh.
I have made their baby shower cake.
Oh.
And now they're 6-7 year old.
Oh, that's
and it's
great.
like, I can't believe it. Time flies,
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
And like, wanted to have a family grown business.
Of course.
With the clients, with all the critics. Where critics is my favorite thing.
Oh,
love it. People
surprising.
criticize me, which is makes me go ahead.
Oh, okay, that's really great.
So
Yeah.
critics are the good. So I tell all my customers, like, don't tell me good stuff.
That's good.
Tell me something bad about me.
Oh, okay. So you can improve.
Yes, so we
Of
can
course.
improve, and day and night we do it. And what I grew up eating.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So I noticed that you're starting a new production warehouse. So how has that transition been for you? Like, how is that from getting your supplies from a different a person or a different company to now making everything from your own?
Actually, yes, I maybe would have got 10 to 15% stuff from outside. Beside that, we were doing everything from scratch here.
Wow, that's a lot.
So that's why this place was small.
Right.
Because we couldn't able to, we were bumping to each other. We didn't have a space to do stuff. So it's like, this is it. We don't want to, and the cooking stuff. Because of that, I haven't done more.
Right.
Or try to intend, push it more to the consumers. But now I can do it since this baking thing goes at the production house. So whatever 10-15% I was getting outside, now I won't do that too.
Oh, okay.
100% I'll do my own product with everything.
That's
and will
awesome.
make us more accurate, more quality control.
Do you have any advice for any female aspiring business owners that are probably listening today?
Yes, definitely. Don't be a scare. Don't. If anybody puts you down or anybody tells you like, oh, you're gonna do it, because I have faced this. Or you're the business owner. Or you're gonna do it. Yes, I am the one who's gonna do it. So you don't have to. We cannot reply them with the words. We can only reply them with our action.
Of course.
Actions speak louder than word.
Of course.
So words never speak, actions speak. So let's all the women do it together. Women empowerment.
Yes. So one thing about women empowerment, I noticed that the older cultures tend to kind of think that you can't really be a successful businesswoman and also have a family and just balance both, because both of them are very big jobs. It's hard to balance both. Do you think that women can have it all?
They can, definitely they can.
Do you have it all?
I have it all.
That's
I have
awesome.
2 kids. I have a daughter who's a doctor, and
Wow.
I've been doing business from last 22 years.
Wow. So how was that work-life balance for you?
Yeah, it's a little tougher when your kids are smaller, but again, it's doable.
Oh, great.
I am not a superwoman. I am not a Wonder Woman. We all have the same energy.
Okay. So, what would you say to the Rupa who started this business 22 years ago? Do you have any advice for her from what you've learned so far?
I learned so many things in these transitions. One thing I would say is, also, yes, between family, between a business, give yourself a time.
Okay. Yeah.
Appreciate yourself
Yeah.
for a minute, for a moment. Don't let anybody put you down for anything, because in your family also sometimes people put you down. Make yourself proud, make yourself special.
Thank you for doing this interview with me. I was really amazed by a lot of the things that you've done. Everyone should check out Cake Korner in Artesia, California.